Reinier de Ridder reacts strongly to the idea of Nassourdine Imavov getting the next UFC middleweight title shot, saying, "No way, I'm next." He explains that he wants to line up a fight soon, possibly before Ramadan if Hamza is ready, and is prepared to step in immediately. Ridder emphasizes that if he defeats Allen impressively, he should move ahead of Imavov, making it clear he sees himself as the rightful next contender.
I want to line myself up to fight maybe before Ramadan. If Hamza wants to fight before Ramadan, I want to be ready for that time. So I want to fight right now. And the UFC wanted to keep me on the fight in Vancouver, so it worked out that way.
So you're of the belief that if you beat Allen and it's impressive enough, you surpass Nassourdine Imavov, or are you accepting in that he's next and you get the winner?
No, I'm next.
Okay. All right. Well, he built a good case against Caio Borralho, and I'm just telling you, right? Obviously, what I think everyone's looking at. I think he told us to fuck off too when we suggested, could you be next for the winner?
Diego Lopes declares that he is prepared to fight Charles Oliveira on less than 3 weeks' notice at UFC Rio, as Rafael Fiziev has pulled out of that fight. Diego emphasizes that he never turns down a fight and would accept the call without hesitation if he's seen as the right opponent. Diego Lopes said, "I have always said, man, I'll never turn down a fight. If you think I'm the right guy to fight him and you call me, then definitely yes, no problem, without even thinking twice." Paddy Pimblett expresses strong interest in facing Ilia Topuria in Spain, making it clear he wants to take the fight in front of Topuria's local fans. He emphasizes his eagerness to step into the cage and test himself against Topuria, adding that the venue itself leaves much to be desired. Pimblett's remarks underline his confidence and willingness to fight anywhere, even on Topuria's home turf.
I want to fight Ilia, whenever, wherever. I'd love to come to Bernabeu and punch your face in. You know what I mean? Do it in Spain, in front of your fake countrymen, because you're really German. You know what I mean? I'd love to come and punch your face in front of 90,000 people in the Bernabeu, in enemy territory for me, because the Bernabeu is a shithole.
Paddy Pimblett claims that Ilia Topuria's route to a title fight was much smoother than his own. He points out that Topuria faced opponents who, in his view, didn't pose the same level of challenge he encountered and benefited from timing and circumstances that worked in his favor. Pimblett adds that if he had experienced a similarly straightforward path, he believes he would already be a champion.
I think Ilia had the easiest road to the belt. He had to beat Josh Emmett to get a title shot. Who did he beat? Ryan Hall, Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell. That was one of the easiest routes I've ever seen to a title shot. Michael Chandler had beat all of the people he fought before he fought Volk. And he wouldn't have beat Volk if Volk wasn't knocked out like 8 weeks earlier, 12 weeks earlier. You know what I mean? Everything's happened at the right time for Topuria, apart from when he fights me. If I didn't have to have these little times off these intervals and I had an easy route to the belt like he did, I would have been champion by now.
Daniel Cormier believes there's a greater possibility that Conor McGregor will make a comeback this time, given the time that has passed and the appeal of the White House event. He explains that part of the motivation comes from the fact that some of McGregor's shine is fading and people no longer fully believe in him. Cormier adds that for a star like Conor, even a win that reignites attention, not necessarily a huge victory, can be enough to bring him back into the spotlight. And
that this time, there's a stronger possibility because of all the time that's passed, and I believe that the White House is going to be that big a deal to him. But I think the biggest factor in why Conor McGregor may fight is because no one believes him anymore. And some of that shine is starting to wear off. It doesn't matter how much money you got, Chill. When you're a guy that develops the level of stardom that he reached, when you're a guy that loves the attention and the adulation, and it starts to fade, then you come back and you do what you did before. Because guess what, Chill? It doesn't have to be a big win. It just has to be a win or a fight that propels him into the spotlight. Because when he came back and fought Cowboy Cerrone,
Daniel Cormier sees the matchup with Michael Chandler as ideal because Chandler won't wrestle and is dangerous on the feet. He believes Conor isn't returning just to compete, but because his star power has faded and people aren't as captivated by him anymore. Cormier notes that once McGregor is back in the spotlight, either preparing for a fight or actually fighting, he'll regain attention and thrive in the chaos he's known for, which is why he's certain Conor will step back into the cage.
I believe the Chandler matchup is a great matchup because Michael won't wrestle him. And he's dangerous when he's striking. So yes, I think he's coming back. But it's not because he wants to compete. I think he's coming back because he understands now that people aren't just in on the Conor McGregor business anymore. You and I spoke about this show before. Put Conor in a thumbnail, 100,000 views. Didn't matter. Now it doesn't matter. Put Conor in the thumbnail, don't put Conor in the thumbnail. People just like, we're kind of over it. But the moment he's back in the spotlight, really getting ready to fight, or he fights, he'll be right back where he needs to be. Then he can be as crazy as he wants to be, because that's when he gets as ridiculous as he ever is, whenever he has more spotlight than he normally does.
Conor McGregor takes charge of an MMA class, guiding fighters through techniques and sharing his experience. The session highlights his hands-on approach and dedication to teaching, as he demonstrates striking, footwork, and strategy to help students improve their skills.
And we end up like this, where I am not hitting him. If this happens, or whatever you want, he has a drop. Yeah, he's here. Don't hit his goal. Hit down through the gap. Yeah. Hit down through the gap. Not here. There. Boom, right through the gap. Yeah. I even do this up here. Fill up. I even do this. Because I don't care about this. I don't want to hold up. I don't want to hold up my hand. I want to stay connected.
Coach Khabib motivates Zubaira Tukhugov by asking if he's afraid of becoming truly great, pushing him to reach the highest level of his abilities. The comment reflects a mix of tough coaching and encouragement to bring out his full potential.
Отдыхать будешь шортом. А третьего что? Третьего бой будет. Шортом будет отдыхать. Кула, просто задал, ты видел, да? Ну ладно.
Но после боя же тоже отдохнул.
Но после боя он имеет в виду.
Ну третьего же.
Ну четвертого же отдых. Третьего же не отдых.
После гонки, я думаю, это отдых.
Хватит уже. Хватит. С меня тоже хватит.
Sean O'Malley expresses interest in fighting Corey Sandhagen on the UFC White House card. He says he's very curious to see how that matchup would play out and finds the idea exciting. O'Malley adds that he wants to fight within the next 4 to 5 months, whether it happens this year or early next, and confirms he would absolutely be ready to be part of that card.
I definitely would absolutely love to be on that card.
A lot of people say you versus Corey would be super good.
Yeah, God, Corey versus Merab. I'm so curious, dude. I'm so curious how that fight plays out. But the White House card, yeah, I mean, Corey goes out there, wins, I beat whoever's next. That's interesting. That could be, but regardless, I want to fight within the next 4 or 5 months, whatever it is, so and then I'll also be ready for that. Because they said it could be June, it could be International Fight Week, said it could be July. So if I can get one in early next year, end of this year, one of the two, count me in. I want to be on that.
Dominic Cruz believes he played a major role in establishing the UFC's 145-pound division. He explains that after beating certain opponents, they felt too small for the 135-pound class and moved up to 145, where they went on to dominate. Cruz credits his fights for helping shape the division's creation and growth.
You know, I think I'm a big reason the 125-pound weight class exists.
God bless Dominic. He made our division. Thank you, Dom.
I wouldn't say God bless me, but it's like when I lost to Faber, I said I'm too small for 145. When you lost to me, you said I'm too small for 135. You went down to 125 after that fight and dominated forever because you could have stayed at 35 too.
I could have, yeah.
Why didn't you?
You guys are big. I remember when even now when I look at 135, they're just massive.
Yeah,
you have Merab there, you have Sean O'Malley, you have Umar Nurmagomedov, you have Corey Sandhagen, and Peter Yan. Yeah.
It's nasty, the top 5.
Johnny Walker shares his perspective on the matchup between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev, noting that both are skilled strikers. He highlights Ankalaev's patience and strategic approach, explaining that he carefully builds his wins step by step instead of rushing into the fight.
A rematch between Ankalaev and Alex Pereira. You fought Magomed Ankalaev twice. What do you think is the most important thing for Alex Pereira to do, getting a second crack at this guy?
Yeah, both guys, they are very experienced. They both are strikers, right? Ankalaev is a striker too. And both have a lot of experience, right? But I believe Ankalaev very smart, right? And he take his time. He never rush. And he build his winning by step, you know?
Johnny Walker says Alex Pereira must show more aggression, as both fighters typically remain cautious despite their dangerous skills. He believes the fighter who takes more risks will gain the advantage, while a passive approach could lead the fight to the scorecards. Walker emphasizes that a true champion aims for a finish and says he would be thrilled to see the matchup end decisively.
But I believe that if Pereira put a little bit more, be a little bit more aggressive, because Pereira also, he doesn't come rushing people. I think the difference in that fight, who's gonna have more advantage, who take more risk, a little bit more risk. Both guys are very safe. They are deadly, but they're both very safe. And if you both keep safe, he's gonna go for the points again. I believe a title shot, you need to show that you're the champion. You need to finish the opponent, because that is the ultimate reason to become champion. Go there and finish the guy. I believe in finishes, and I'll be happy, very happy if I watch a finish on that fight.
That wraps up today's video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe to our channel to get more updates about upcoming UFC encounters.